I was giving myself high anxiety. If I didn't work, I wasn't getting results. If I didn't do, a video, I wasn't getting results. If I didn't, show people everything is great, I wasn't going to get results. If I didn't do this, I couldn't get that. And that's what was the trigger, is that I was on this constant height, this constant activate, this constant gotta do things, and not realizing that's what was causing my eczema breakout. We all will get these kinds of symptoms. We all get these flare-ups. And if we don't stop, if we don't give ourselves a moment to reflect, we will burn out. And not just burn out, we might get sickness, rashes, panic attacks, anxiety, depression, mental issues. And our first thing is, how do I get rid of it really quickly? Versus saying, let me take inventory of my life and see what's going on with me. Welcome to the Skin Deep podcast, everyone. Today, I just wanted to reach out and kind of give you a little bit of our notes. I call it self-care notes. Today, was day 10 or day 9 actually of our Healthy Skin Challenge that I started on October 1st. And it really took me some time to, recalibrate myself and not crash or, not just give up, because the last few weeks I had the biggest flare up of my eczema life. I haven't experienced this kind of flare up since I was young. I had flare ups from head to toe and I got rid of them, and hence why Everbella kind of was born. And since then, I haven't really had many flare ups because I, had my self-care practices. I really figured things out for myself and it was great. But this last month to 2 months, I had the biggest flare up. And I think it's because, starting this podcast and really elevating our brand Everbella to next level, working in a clinic and helping patients with their skin, and just being overdrive, and also being a mother of a 14-year-old. So that's also another thing in itself. It kind of has, put me into a space where I just couldn't control. I couldn't figure out what's going on with me. And I started getting flare-ups on my top lip. It's not as bad as it usually could be. I have eczema flare-ups on my hands. I've never seen my hands look this way in very long time. I've never really seen it this kind of way. So, I find the back of my leg, and I'll throw a picture up as well so you can see it. I've never really experienced this type of flare up. I felt that I figured it out. I felt that everything had, fixed itself. But you never really know when you might get a flare up. You probably never had eczema before in your life, and all of a sudden now you're like, I have eczema. What's going on? And we've always been told that if your parents had it, you have it. None of my parents have eczema. Not even my grandparents have eczema. In my family, I'm the only one that has eczema. And, there's really not always someone to go to figure out why that's the case. So it's like, I was doing my self-care practices and I stopped seeing those beneficial results. And I was just like, what's going on? There has to be another solution. I'll have sugar here and there, but it's not as bad as it used to be when I was younger. And that's what was the issue to my eczema. And plus, using bad products were the reason why I had eczema when I was younger. So now when I'm looking at it, I'm using great products because I make them. I have a great diet because I, eat healthy and I really, value that. So my question was, what is actually causing my eczema this time around? I relatively thought, this was the best part, I thought my stress level was under control because I was like, oh, everything is perfect. Yes, I have to do a little bit more work. Yes, I have to do this. Yes, I have to do that. So I relatively thought that my stress levels were okay until I really took it in that I was working 7 days a week, sometimes from morning all the way until night. I would wake up 4 or 5 in the morning, get into my meditation practice and my workouts, get into, being a mom, getting my daughter on to school. Then after that, I'll, do some work on Everbella. Then I'll get to my second job, or being at the clinic, being an esthetician, then coming home and, getting things ready for my daughter. And this is now at 10 o'clock at night. And then I'll probably get to sleep around 11. And then I would do the same thing all over again the next day. So I realized that actually, no, I'm having and I'm experiencing a chronic low grade stress. I was going through a rat race thinking everything is good. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep going, because that's what we're kind of conditioned to do. And that's what we're taught. If you're not working, you're not building, you're not growing. And that's where my skin flared up. I'm like, I got to get my posts together for the business. I got to get this together. I'm still a mother and I still have to work. I have to do all these different things. And then you realize you're actually, your sympathetic nervous system, your nerves, your overall energy is on height. Meaning you're on flight mode. You are fighting and you are flighting. You're not slowing down and bringing your stress levels back to center. And that's where I had to stop. I had to stop myself and I had to realize what was going on, because, I realized what was happening to me when I was in a bathtub crying, sitting in the bathtub, thinking I'm soaking and I should get rid of this issue. I shouldn't have these issues, because I talk about eczema every day and I talk about what's wrong and what you could do right. And I'm like, I should not have eczema. I know better. But then I didn't realize the reason why I was having an eczema attack is because I was, not paying attention to my stress and not paying attention to my self-care and not paying attention to the under the lining of my psyche or my awareness of my consciousness, that I was giving myself high anxiety. If I didn't work, I wasn't getting results. If I didn't do, a video, I wasn't getting results. If I didn't, show people everything is great, I wasn't going to get results. If I didn't do this, I couldn't get that. And that's what was the trigger, is that I was on this constant height, this constant activate, this constant gotta do things, and not realizing that's what was causing my eczema breakout. So yes, I'm, doing this healthy skin challenge at this moment, or by the time this post, it's already been over or completed. But I want everyone to realize that, we all will get these kinds of symptoms. We all get these flare-ups. And if we don't stop, if we don't give ourselves a moment to reflect, we will burn out. And not just burnout, we might get sickness, rashes, panic attacks, anxiety, depression, mental issues. And our first thing is, how do I get rid of it really quickly? Versus saying, let me take inventory of my life and see what's going on with me. See what is causing me to have these issues. What am I doing to myself that's breaking down my body? So, I'm so happy that I finally took this moment to reflect and get into a reflection state. And when I started doing that, I realized my skin started calming down. I wasn't getting these anxiety issues. I wasn't feeling the irritation or the tightness of my skin. And my skin just started calming down. In that instantaneous, I see what the problem is. I see that root cause issue. Your body will change, because you're lowering that state of anxiety or anxiousness, and your body is changing to that same result. It's like I'm learning a little bit more about mitochondria, but that overall activation, when you turn that activation off, your body's like, okay, we're fine, let's repair itself. But your body will never repair itself when it is in activation, when you're on this constant high. this constant gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, the body sympathetic nervous system, the mitochondria, process will not go into repair mode, relax mode, because it is saying it's too dangerous. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. And your nervous system is blown out. So when you turn around and say, oh, no, I got to calm down, everything is good, and you shut down that anxiety, that activation, your body then turns around and says, okay, now that we're safe, now everything is okay, let's go ahead and repair. And instantly my body went into repair. So I wanted to come on here to explain this note. I'm going to call it Everbella Notes because this is the things that you need to hear as well. You need to hear that it is okay to have a flare up, because the flare-ups are giving you a signal that there's something wrong, that there's something that needs to be addressed, that you are missing something. Because if you don't get that signal from your body, one, there's something wrong, but two, it's for you to say, oh, I need to double check something. Let me turn or change something that's happening in my lifestyle. That's what eczema is. That's what our stress levels are, these attacks or any of these other, symptoms are. They are a signal to something that has happened or happening, and it's trying to get your attention. And I ignored it. I ignored these signals and these flags for a very long time. And it's because I was just too busy saying, I need to get results. I need to do things. I need to keep going. I need. But my body's like, hey, I need something too. I need something too. And I need you to stop. I need you to stop. I need you to recalibrate. I need you to shut down and, relax. And that's kind of what I did. After crying in the bathtub, I dried myself off. I did my massage. I did my product application, and I got into my bed, which I usually don't do on a Tuesday during the week. I got back into my bed and I said, I'm just going to watch a movie. I'm going to sleep a little bit, watch a movie, relax, and cuddle with my Jasper, who is lying down on my bed right now. And I am going to just, give myself that TLC that I need. So I wanted to come on here and give that encouragement to you to know that it is okay to have flare-ups, but it's not okay to stop or to continue going and not learning to stop to address the issue. You need to stop and address the issue right away so that your body goes from flight and fight to calm, unactivated, relaxed, and safe mode. You are safe. You are safe. And if you're not, please see a place where you can be safe. But if you are somewhere where you can be in a bed, be comfortable, and be okay, then stop and allow yourself to be okay. Allow yourself to do some breath work. Allow yourself to have a bath. Allow yourself to just relax and do nothing in order for your body to repair itself. So I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you listening to the Skin Deep podcast, because it's about going beyond just the surface level. It's about going skin deep, like conversations like this. And I wish you nothing but amazing, amazing skin, but also an amazing life. And as always, this is your guide to true skin health. Thanks.